On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Preach.
To deliver a religious or moral message to an audience.
Examples:
Preach the gospel. Preach to the masses. The pastor preached about the importance of forgiveness.
Disengage.
To withdraw or separate oneself from a situation or relationship.
Examples:
Disengage the clutch. Disengage socially. He disengaged from the conversation and walked away.
Erupt.
Of a volcano, to become active and eject rocks, smoke, etc., to start abruptly and violently.
Examples:
Erupt in anger. Erupt into tears. Battles between whites and blacks erupted immediately.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War. Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Crane.
A large, tall machine used for moving heavy objects by suspending them from a beam or hook.
Examples:
Crane operator. Crane construction. The construction workers used a crane to lift the heavy beams.
Skyline.
The outline of buildings and other structures against the sky, especially when viewed from a distance.
Examples:
Skyline view. Downtown skyline. The skyline of the city was dotted with tall buildings.
Skyscraper.
A very tall building, typically one in a city.
Examples:
Skyscraper apartment house. Steel-framed skyscraper. The 50-floor skyscraper loomed over the city, dwarfing the other buildings.
Brazen.
Bold and without shame or embarrassment, made of or resembling brass, equals a metal alloy of copper and zinc.
Examples:
Brazen lie. Brazen painted faces. The brazen thief stole the diamond right out of the display case.
Overdevelopment.
The process of building an excessive amount of new homes, factories, and other buildings on an area of land.
Examples:
The after-war overdevelopment. Overdevelopment of the city. The overdevelopment of the area resulted in a loss of green space.
Drown.
to die or caused to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
Drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Glaciologist.
A scientist who studies the formation, movement, and effects of glaciers and ice.
Examples:
Glaciologist findings. Glaciologist fieldwork. The glaciologist's research revealed that the glacier has been shrinking alarmingly.
Pivot.
A change in direction or focus, especially in a business or political strategy, a fixed point that supports something that turns or balances.
Examples:
Center pivot irrigation. Pivot point. The team needed to come up with a pivot strategy to turn things around.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Coastline.
The particular shape of the coast equals the shore of a sea or ocean, as seen from the sea.
Examples:
Coastline erosion. Deeply indented coastline. The new resort was built along the coastline, offering stunning ocean views from every room.
Flank.
The side of an animal, especially the side between the last rib and the hip, the side of military or naval formation. Verb, to be located on either side of something.
Examples:
Flank pain. Attack the left flank. The flank of the mountain was difficult to climb.
Aquifer.
An underground layer of rock, sand, or earth that can take in and hold water.
Examples:
Aquifer soil. Subsurface aquifer. Some areas melt snow by harnessing heat from underground aquifers.
Salt water.
Of or connected with seawater or water containing salt, living in or found in the sea.
Examples:
A saltwater fish. Saltwater crocodile. The ecosystem upstream of the river significantly impacts the saltwater ecosystem downstream.
Porous.
Having many small holes and being able to absorb or pass through fluids.
Examples:
Porous materials. Porous membrane. Our unfenced and largely unpoliced border inevitably has been very porous for insurgents.
Limestone.
A sedimentary rock that is composed mainly of calcium carbonate, which is the mineral calcite.
Examples:
Sheer limestone cliffs. Limestone pavement. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built using blocks of limestone.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance, to make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples:
Diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Realtor.
A professional in the real estate industry who is a member of the National Association of Realtors.
Examples:
Realtor agency. Realtor services. The reliable realtor showed them several properties in the area.
Aghast.
Filled with shock, horror, or amazement.
Examples:
Aghast at the sight. Aghast at the situation. She was aghast at the news of the accident.
Backlash.
A strong negative reaction to something, a movement back from an impact.
Examples:
Political backlash. The backlash from the community. The company faced a backlash from customers after the recall.
Reconsider.
To think about a decision or opinion again to.
Examples:
Reconsider the determination. Reconsider my transfer. He humbly reconsidered his conduct.
Convene.
To come or bring together a group of people for a meeting or activity.
Examples:
Convene a press conference. Convene the council. The Parliament will convene at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Septic.
Containing, infected by, or resulting from disease-causing organisms.
Examples:
Septic sewage. Septic system. The septic tank was not properly maintained and caused a health hazard.
Recede.
To pull back or move away or backward.
Examples:
Recede from view. Recede in the darkness. The king's political power receded even further.
Mural.
A large painting or other artwork that is applied directly to a wall or other surface.
Examples:
Mural painting. A mural decoration. The mural on the wall depicted the history of the city.
Strategize.
To plan or devise a detailed plan, especially for achieving success in situations.
Examples:
Strategize for success. Strategize about how to win. The company strategized about how to increase sales.
Mangrove.
A tropical coastal tree or shrub that grows in saline soil and has prop roots that help to stabilize it.
Examples:
Mangrove forest, mangrove swamp. The mangrove trees are known for their ability to survive in saltwater and sandy soil.
Bulldoze.
To level or clear an area of land using a bulldozer equals a large, heavy vehicle with a blade on the front, to use force or the threat of force to make them do something or to get them to move out of the way.
Examples:
Bulldoze a mound. Bulldoze a person into buying. They bulldozed the old building to make way for a new one.
Clueless.
Lacking knowledge, understanding, or awareness about a particular subject or situation.
Examples:
Clueless in many ways. Clueless about the situation. She was completely clueless as to how to solve the problem.
Oblivious.
Not aware of something, especially what is happening around you, forgetful.
Examples:
Oblivious of his promise. Oblivious to our response. She was so engrossed in her work that she was oblivious to her surroundings.
Florid.
Decorated with elaborate designs or ornamentation, overly ornate or showy.
Examples:
Florid music. Florid style. The florid language of the poet was often difficult to understand.
Majestic.
Impressive or grand in appearance, size, or manner, stately.
Examples:
A majestic figure. A majestic sense of purpose. The majestic mountain range was a sight to behold.
Sequester.
To take temporary possession of someone's property until a debt is paid.
Examples:
Sequester 10% of the annual carbon emissions. Sequester myself from the world. He approved their requests to sequester the jury.
Propagule.
Any organism or structure that can develop into a new individual, such as a seed, spore, or cutting.
Examples:
Propagule for plant. Propagule for tree. The plant produced many propagules, which were used for reproduction.
Seedling.
A young plant that has just germinated and has not yet developed leaves or true roots.
Examples:
A green seedling. Seedling tray. The seedlings in the garden needed to be thinned out to have enough space to grow.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Reclaim.
To take back something previously lost, given, or paid, or ask to have it back.
Examples:
Reclaim a competitive position. Reclaim land from the sea. You may be entitled to reclaim some tax.
Germinate.
To begin to grow or develop, typically as a seed sprouts.
Examples:
Days to germinate. Germinate the idea. The seeds germinated quickly in the warm soil.
Steward.
A person responsible for the management and care of another's property or for the supervision of the domestic staff of a large household or organization. A person in charge of arranging for the supply of food to a college, club, etc.
Examples:
Steward duties. Steward service. The steward on the flight was very helpful in assisting passengers with their needs.
Cadre.
A group of trained and committed members of an organization or movement.
Examples:
Elite cadre. Cadre of leaders. The cadre of experienced soldiers led the attack.
Emissary.
A person sent on a mission or as a representative of an organization or country.
Examples:
Emissary of peace. An emissary from the company. The emissary from the neighboring country arrived with a message of peace.
Solver.
A thinker who finds an answer to a problem or a difficult situation, a piece of software or the algorithm that solves a mathematical problem.
Examples:
Puzzle solver. Linear solver. The flow solver is validated against the experiment.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Pique.
A feeling of irritation or resentment, often caused by a perceived slight or insult, verb, to cause to feel resentment or indignation.
Examples:
Out of pique. Pique the curiosity. He slammed the door in a fit of pique.
Provoke.
To stimulate or give rise to a particular reaction or have a particular effect.
Examples:
Provoke a disease. Provoke a reaction. Her behavior provoked a quarrel between the couple.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.